You know, when you first start creating content, nobody knows you. It's hard to get personal. It's hard to go deep with an audience, doesn't know what you're about, hasn't followed you for a long time. They don't understand your personality or your quirks. And so people will say, you need to do specialist topics. You need to, stick to one thing. And then after that, you can sort of diversify into maybe the other areas where you thought you might want to, dip your fingers into, or whatever the case may be. And that's how you do it. But then what you find happens, right, is someone starts to say a book YouTuber or a gaming YouTuber or let's not even say YouTuber, let's just say content creator, right? Because there's plenty of people in YouTube that are not YouTubers, right? And then they get stuck, right? They get pigeonholed in that. And so what do you do then? Now you're stuck because the audience has grown to know you for that thing that you did, right? And so this video is essentially the start of my YouTube journey or channel, or whatever the case may be. I don't see myself as a YouTuber. I just see myself as a guy making videos about things, broad topics of things. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do the specialist route. So I hope that you'll get to know me from the very beginning as not anything in particular, but just myself, right? So welcome to Actual Scott. Thank you for watching this video if you're watching it. I must admit, I don't think anyone will end up watching this. You know, they say you need to do 50 to 100 videos to kind of get into the swing of things in YouTube. So this is going to be my first video, and I think it's probably very honest. I mean, it's as honest as I can make it. What else can I tell you guys? So I am a generalist specialist, and I hate the way that sounds, but there's not really another word or another term for it. I'm a specialist at a number of things, and I'm very broadly interested in many things. You know, could be science, philosophy, video games, cinema, digital art, traditional art, right? Drawing, painting, comics, manga, you know, a lot of things. I'm interested in a lot of things, and I'm very experienced in certain categories of those things, right? And perhaps if you recognize my face, you might be in one of my art courses, which have sold, you know, hundreds of thousands globally, through, you know, I don't even know how, but they have. Praise the Lord for that. So some people know me as Scott Harris, the artist, or you follow me on my Art of Scott profiles online. And art is a big passion of mine, right? Drawing, painting, illustration. I tend to also look at things through hierarchies, including art. And sometimes I can apply the art hierarchy to something else where I can see like, I see why maybe this video game is not quite hitting the spot in these categories, or how this film or narrative structure can be changed to have a better composition, right? So anyway, that's random. Anyway, I have to get used to this idea of every video not being 100% perfect, because I'm the kind of guy who wants things to be like perfect from the beginning. But I've also learned that, you know, over time that's just not possible. So I have to accept like the flaws of this video. It's the first video. You guys probably don't care. I shouldn't care as much as I do. But anyway, I'm going to post it anyways. And yeah, I hope that you guys will join me on the topics that I do. And like, I hope that you'll find some value. I don't even necessarily think you need to subscribe, because it's not like you're going to be getting one kind of thing from this channel. You're going to just get me. So if you want to subscribe for me. If that even seems like a worthwhile thing, I don't know. It just sounds weird. But anyway, I've got some things I want to talk about: video game things, video game design things, art stuff, you know, traditional art stuff, digital art stuff, modern stuff, tools, supplies, you know, anxiety disorder, general anxiety disorder, helping you guys chill out, relax, live your best life, you know, live peacefully, be truly productive, things like that. What else? Like looking at cool technology, handhelds, you know, fighting game controllers, looking at fighting games. Fighting games is a separate category. How to play fighting games, how to understand fighting games, how to understand MOBAs, right? So a lot of gaming stuff. I guess I'm influenced a lot by video games, art, design, traveling related stuff when I get the opportunity to do that. You know, even historical concepts, philosophical things, right? Side note, I have a degree in philosophy. I don't really think that necessarily means all that much, but I do, and I know a few things. I mean, I'm not like a philosophical genius or anything like that. And yeah, and then also like random stuff from my life, stories from my past. You know, I was a video game magazine editor for a while, and it was really cool. I created that magazine. And yeah, and I was also an anime magazine editor, and I joined that team, and myself and the designer took the magazine to new heights. I have some degree of a relationship with a popular other YouTuber. Well, he wasn't a YouTuber at the time, I mean, but he was part of that magazine too, and he's made videos on it. I'll get into that stuff. But anyway, man, there's so much cool stuff I can tell you, honestly. Like, my brain is just mind maps exploding into more mind maps, exploding into more mind maps. I don't know if that makes sense. But I wanted an honest, just start video. I mean, it's a Monday, and I'm like, no, I have to do this now. I got lighting. I set up the background kind of nicely. I got my frames, and I cleaned them. You know, I have the mic in the shot. Okay. I just wanted to look nice and cozy. I also have a light mode, right? Because some topics, you don't want it to be dark and cozy. You want it to be light, right? Let me show you the light mode 1 second. So basically, I turn on the lights, right? I turn on the lights, and this is the light mode. And oh, I love figure collecting. There they are. All right, I've actually got a significant amount of figures. We'll talk about that another time. Way more than 3. But I just put those there because one of the mods on my art Discord server said, hey, because I asked them, hey, what do you guys think of the scene? And they were like, hey, let's put some figures up there. You can see my art stuff in the background. It's traditional. I got my iPad there for my references, this hand there. And I thought, you know, which was actually pretty cool for me. Maybe it pins my age down a little bit, but I thought it would be cool to get some posters of some games and stuff, and also a series, an anime that have inspired me over the years, like, you know, kind of like your milestone titles. It's not particularly Final Fantasy X, mind you, on that one. It's more that magazine. I saw that when I was 16, that magazine, a friend brought it to school. And from that day on, I was like, you guys have got to get me a PlayStation 2 to my parents. So that's kind of what that reminds me of. And yeah, EverQuest and MMOs, we're definitely going to cover MMOs. Like, if you love MMOs, oh wow. I mean, not that there's been anything good for the last like decade, but we're going to cover that stuff too. And, you know, just some other stuff, Ghost in the Shell stuff as well. If you're familiar with Ghost in the Shell, that is near the end of the film. So yeah. Anyway, welcome to the channel. Welcome to whatever Scott's going to be talking about. Welcome to actual Scott. I am Scott. I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.